Finally, the new spawn has awoken. What a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn... hang on. Spawn number 39. I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order. Another ironic one. Great. No, you may call yourself the Grim Reaper, as that is. Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the Sun County Winery. I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard. As it is your first day, try to get to know the system, and do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor. Oh, the commitment. Yes. One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed. 1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
Welcome back, good customer. 'Tis nice of ye to visit me emporium again. Though, Tails, try not to worry about it. Do take a gander at the items old Mortimer has remaining.
Oh, the new death spawn. Welcome. Great. We are Remember, lives are on the line. I see exactly one person perished today, as tasked. Me? I am to check your work and educate you on... But if you are so confident as to know better than me, keep your eye on the letter for... A new day awaits. Off you go now. Grim, how was the second day? Oh, you mean... I see many deaths in your region today. No, you must pay attention. Unfortunately, such errors mean I must dock your pay for the day. Nope. I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Jolly Roger! Again ye honor me, tiny abode, with your visit. Prepare for a perilous adventure on the ocean of quality merchandise.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel? Probably some of the psychic residue left over from the creation. Making a death is not... Now, let me take a look at the Right. Everything looks to be in order. There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
What ho! How can me humble and not at all adventurous self assist you today?
Grim, all the profiles are here. You even adhered to my little test note. I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride growing within me. If you keep this up, you will get far. Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim. What a day. I see too many doomed. Our process has been meticulous. Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices? No interest in waxing the Before you go, are there... Right, it has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Have ye seen such deals before? 'Tis ye who plunders me.
Grim, yet you seem to have performed adequately. Excellent. With this attitude, let us hope these days do not continue. Yes, I am. And your answer would intrigue me, yes? Certainly not good. No, off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Good patron, me ship of goods is at your service.
Whoa, hello there. I'm Sari, and I welcome you to Cerberus's Den, the finest drinking establishment this side of the void. I sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new. And with cat ears on top of your regular ears. Great. It's twice as good. So, are you liking existence thus far? Aha. You're one of these odd reapers, aren't you? Always saying cryptic things. Can't blame you, though. Better to spice things up. This place can get hella boring otherwise. Okay, newbie, before we continue, I got this little, game I play with every fresh-faced patron. It's real simple. All you gotta do is answer a series of questions, and I'll craft a personalized drink inspired by... Here we go. Prepare for... You find yourself in front of a very difficult situation. Moments after having made a choice, you realize you need a grievous air. Regrets now gnaw at you for this poor decision. There are a few options for proceeding. Time for question number 2. The globe has been struck with what can only be described as a zombie apocalypse. You're stuck at home with little supplies and no weaponry to defend yourself with. What is your strategy? Next up, question 3. Before you lies a table teeming with plants. You have to eat one of the plants. Your very life depends on it. What kind of plant would you prefer to eat? Alright, final stretch. As I said, 4 is all any... You get to cook for a group of friends, but are lacking some very important ingredients, without which your meal will hardly be a masterpiece. From what little you can scrounge together, which will make the best topping for a pizza? We got it. Let me just calculate. Loud, critical, many grievances. Not difficult to figure out what mixture this has to be. First up, 4 centiliters of salmiak licorice and 2 centiliters of a botanical spirit of your choice. Then, 2 deciliters of hot chocolate and topped with whipped cream. Throw in some salty licorice crystals as a sidecar. The quiz tells no lie. Okay, this one's first one's on the house. Heckin' understatement of the century! Now what else can I get you? Heck, were I able to count and name all the folks? You likely haven't fully realized the size of this place. You've got you Reapers in all the myriad departments, the Custodian Legion, the weariless data grinders of the Calculatorium, the Abysmal Archive with its archivists, Cadaver Resources, they're just plain odd, but someone's gotta deal with the internal issues. Middle Management, nobody knows what they actually do. Higher Management, but they don't visit us, basically ever. Same with Fate. Many of the regular workers come by the den though, so keep your eyes and ears open. What else you got in mind? Oh, thanks. Mortimer found the original Oinker on an excursion to the Shrouded Zones. It's a bit of a hassle though, keeps multiplying all the time. Take your eye off for a second and bam, tiny piglets everywhere. Go on, take one. Just make sure you feed it with some coins once in a while. Sure, what's your poison? Who doesn't love some accounting on the beach? Yeah, the calculator may get sandy, but so what? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Huh? What do you want? A fresh-faced lemon head. Exactly what I wanted to see today.
Hey now, Gus, play nice.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now. You want to ask questions or something? I'm the janitor. I clean up the damn mess you make. Liquor, spirits, booze, firewater, rock gut. You're daft or something. Ever looked in the mirror or thought about the clientele of this place? Where do you think the drink goes? None of you have a stomach. Anything you consume falls through the rib cage, straight to the floor. Tell me about it. Ain't seen nothing this shoddy before. Not only that, your reapers are so vain. Or could be at least a little more considerate. Gee, thanks. Something else you wanted? Sorry, they're hella cool.
Why, thank you. You're nothing but a sweetheart, ain't ya?
Ah, shucks. You're the only one who truly treats Gus with respect. Simple. I float around and I possess stuff and make the stuff float into the trash bin. Like dust, for example. One dust particle at a time. Or the drinks. One droplet, maybe a bit tedious, yeah. As if the highest management ever gave any thought to us lowly drones. We're all nameless custodians and spawns to them, literally. Extremely. Highest management has no clue how to run a professional outfit. Outright buffoons, if you ask me. More like Mr. Cheapskate. Always complaining about this or that and ordering folks around. If I knew things were this slapdash, I never would have died. Tell me about it. It's all clean here and clean there, every single day. Buddy, I'm already cleaning everywhere. You know, you're all right, rookie. I'll make sure to clean around your desk even better from now on. What's that supposed to mean? Because you thought I'm the ghost of some dead human or beast or what? Maybe folks should get over this common misconception. No, ghosts aren't mere residue, a relic of humans, animals, or whatever other entities. We're just ghosts. We're beings unto ourselves. I am the ghost of a ghost. I figure you'd first have to be alive to count as immortal. It's a bit more complicated than that, but honestly, I ain't got the patience to teach you ghost history, so... something else you want? Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Interesting. Yes, your answer has been... I see the required profiles are all... Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is... Now, where did I put... Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise. Oh, do not thank me. Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize. Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to Careful, Grim. That is exactly the kind of hubris that will lead to a... As such, your 7... That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Need ye cures for ailments or a trinket to ward off a curse?
Who? Where? Don't know what you're talking about, Sonny. Oh boy, our fame has traveled far, and we didn't even have to leave our desk. What are you bothering us for? Great. We just can't get enough of answering questions. Me? I'm Herbert. You know, sort of like a herb-ert. A herb? Don't forget the green fella holding me up. That's my pal, Tim. Tim's a real hoot. Say hello, Tim. Hello, Tim. Okay, we see you got a keen mind, so we'll let you in on a secret. But you didn't hear this from us. Gotta promise you won't spill a bean. If at some point you break your word, beware. Our rhizome reaches far and wide, right into your room if need be. And these roots can rip the skull off a skeleton in an instant. Snap! A fitting punishment for the wicked. Snap, I say. So listen closely. We're secretly developing technologies that would make all plant matter in the world toxic to humanity. No, obviously we're joking. Or are we? Tim's my partner, all root, stem, and leaf. Sometimes they bloom and have the most delightful aroma. Then the bees from the bee department find us very attractive. Anything else? Of course. Makes perfect sense, don't it? Don't ask about the bee department. Anything else? Not in this lifetime, Sonny.
Hey, please. Ain't much happening here today. It's a slow Sunday. You mean my favorite pot chock full of plant department goodness? They usually drop in on Sundays due to an aversion of people, which is funny because they're really quite sociable. Personally, I love their quirky sense of humor. What else is there to say? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I know what you're thinking. I do provide ancient power for witches.
Grim. Ah, yes, there you are. Good, good. Great work today. However, an emergency has occurred which requires my Yes, you never.
Friend, your visit's like the sun. Regular. And warms the room. Perhaps he require a delightful gift for a significant friend. Aye, this port offers the best trades in the universe. Ahoy, matey! What can old Mortimer offer you today? Avast ye! Pursue the finest booty you've ever seen.
Why, hello again. The den is always glad to see a returning customer. 2 weeks down and you're still kicking. Well, say, I've been thinking and, I was hoping you'd explain it to me, the process. Like, how do you make the choices? How do you really decide who gets to live and who doesn't? I figure it's run about as efficiently as a place this old and big is able. Now there's a complaint I haven't heard before. In any case, you keep saying these bizarre things, so I got to wondering. You realize the quiz I gave you is a joke, right? A game? It doesn't actually determine your personality. You don't have to act according to what it said. I just use it to craft funny drinks for new patrons. Fun to go along with the role, huh? At least it's something. No test can figure out a whole person. Folks ain't that simple. Neither are we, little spot. Don't get caught up on ridiculous things. You've got more important stuff on your plate. Anyway, this has been enlightening. Thanks for the answers. Anything else, Fate's cat? She's an adorable furball, ain't she? Always skulking around in search of mischief. She sneaks down here, too, so I feed her a few morsels. The fur's like perfect velvet, you know. It's nice she keeps Fate company. Fate's archaic. All those aeons might not be good for the, you know, mentality. What else you got in mind? Oh? What did this mysterious entity want? And you following, or what? But you follow Fate's orders like a well-behaved drone, right? Elsewise, truth be told, I'm of little help. I don't know what goes around in the office, I just own the den. What else you got in mind? Sure, what's your poison? Can't go wrong with the bloody classic. It'll kickstart your recovery from any slump. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Accentuate the morphological field. Or some reclassification of the framing stratum. Ah, I should have known. Scaffolding of the antediluvian complex. Oh, maybe. You know, one might say so, if they're so inclined. I am the prime curator of the Abysmal Archive, the archive of all existence, or the bits I've managed to catalog thus far. Did you know there is a lot of existence? More than you are able to conceive. But never mind all that. I shouldn't disturb you with ancient accounts. As you're talking to one of the archive, I suppose you have numerous questions. Worldly questions. I'm happy to oblige. What is it you wish to learn?
Much could be told. Alas, you're not of the correct conviction to learn it all.
Suffice to say, the archive holds and protects matters concerning the entire cosmos. Young Spawn, your mind is pierced by disorder and volatility. Often you gripe, blame others, and cry out with self-serving frustration. Seek out a more balanced ethos, and you may get to peek deeper into the Abysmal Archive. Immeasurable these days. What little you see down in the cellar is but a tiny corner. There's a lot to do. I gather, protect, and curate. It must be kept in order to guarantee optimal research conditions. You see, many archives are also research centers. Others come to examine our files, trying to find interesting new topics. Or they rediscover old themes and ideas. Tons of fun, you know?
We also provide population data for the calculatorium.
Any other questions? Ah, our most venerable tower of drudgery, where all fortunes get decided. This place in particular, hundreds of years. You think that's not very long, don't you? Yeah, well, we had to relocate. The original place got too cramped due to growing activity. Fate had it commissioned, found a couple of talented young architects who had just started a new bureau. I think it was called Langenfried. Took some effort to find the perfect spot in Cosmopolis, but the construction went smoothly.
Spawn number one.
They're not around anymore, though. Meticulous at first, but grew rather erratic over time, so Fate had to fire them.
Straight into the sun. Blam!
Efficiently, as far as I can tell. Can I recall the number? I haven't counted for so long. Seems to me it gets bigger all the time.
But not all can see all the floors, yes? Floor visibility is restricted by necessity.
How many entities are there? All across the cosmos. I reckon there are as many as must be. What would you deem more interesting than managing the intricacies of life and death?
Although wild things happen over at accounting. Beyond belief. When it comes to filing tax forms, you can't even imagine what they get up to.
Any other questions?
Definitely not. I wouldn't dare to interfere with the fine-tuned pipeline of profile selection. This is a most dire breach of conduct. I hope there wasn't anything inappropriate on the file. Good, good. These things happen sometimes, but very rarely. A data monger, a reaper, someone grows disillusioned with the structure before them and develops a heart of rebellion. It's not as simple as you imagine. You can't blindly trust intuition when it comes to our modern world. Time and technology have changed considerably. These gut feelings are made for a distant era, long gone. It doesn't mean you must ignore them completely, but one has to compare instinctual responses to relevant data in order to derive an accurate response. This takes significant time, effort, and knowledge. Be wary of simplistic answers. I hope you enjoyed our talk. I must return to the archive. I hear it beckon.
Yes? Not great. Why are you talking to me? I do? Well, I guess I've got a lot on my mind. Do you know about the butterfly effect? Well, what if I'm that butterfly? Eh? Haphazardly fluttering around and then millions of souls perish in anguish. I don't want that on my conscience. I can't handle it. And that's the least of my problems. Last week someone put my stapler in a large jar of strawberry jelly. Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it either. I was outright flabbergasted. And that's still not all of it. Last month I had to work in the dog department, but I love dogs. There's a department for everything. Haven't you realised that yet? And the people in the dog department, the absolute bad apples. I was scared for the afterlife. I was. But you know, before that, someone filled my room with balloons. Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I have an inkling it's the one they call Lance Thrasher. Yes, and people keep telling me how great Lance Thrasher is. How fun they are to hang out with, how awesome they are, how amazing. How they tell the best jokes and get into the craziest shenanigans. Frankly, I don't understand what's so special about Lance Thrasher. So, I thought I had to let them know. I walked straight over to Lance and I told them that I don't find them riveting and I don't particularly care about their lame jokes. But then Lance just said, keep it real, and then went on to do a handstand on their desk. Everyone in the office started chanting their name. Lance, 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 Lance. And all those other things. The culprit keeps writing Thrasher was here on everything. With a marker. So, problem solver, what do you think? What should I do? Right? That's exactly how I feel. But not you. You're a great listener. And that helps. A bit. To know that someone cares and understands. Thank you, friend. Now I must head back to work.
Back for more booty, are ye?
I have returned. Did you miss me? I certainly missed. So, oh, but before that, well, right. Seems, No, in essence, you are a solid and there is little to criticize in your conduct. Except perhaps for the minor lack. One might expect at least an ink. You are dependable. Now, obviously, you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation is in 2 weeks.
Shiver me timbers! Ye sure can't get enough of the Emporium!
Good evening. I forgot to ask you yesterday. How did it feel? Just, well, I see. On speaking of, this reminds me. Oh, although personally, I am growing rather tired of the. Until tomorrow, Grim. Grim, should I become a writer? I could write many compelling works of fiction. I would not. I shall. Ah. Well, off you go now. I must return to my deliberations.
Ahoy! A pleasure to see ye again. Ye drive a hard bargain, matey. But Mortimer does love a good scuffle.
Deathspawn. Why do they exist? Their presence, a system of mutual dependence. Indeed, no. Well, I appreciated the discourse. Good night.
Batten down the hatches. 'Tis a storm of sails.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? Anyway, nothing. Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Cord blimey! You're looting! All beware.
Grim. Oh, I see. Yes, that grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse beckons.
You're such a scoundrel. There should be a bounty on your head.
Look at that. It's a hatchling. I guess they let all sorts work here nowadays. The assemblage must be decay. Yet one must welcome the dregs, one must. What brings you to Florian, the Eradicator? What makes you think people are interested in meeting you, though? Got insight into the fabric of the universe, deep reflections on the nature of the office. Save us the boredom. Still, fate expects us to be polite to one's colleagues because it advances synergy and improves long-term morale. I suppose I must then do my best to enlighten you on whatever matters are bothering you today. A capable bureaucrat, but lately seems to be losing his way. Too much faffing around with pointless minutiae. And the fondness for regulations. I've always said we should be able to mark people to death more freely. But no, always with these I am the best and brightest of the bunch. When I aim for the jugular, I do not miss. With blood and guts, I will paint my magnum opus on the canvas of cosmos. All flesh is temporary. We here provide the herd with an escape from their meat prison. It is called salvation, or at least the closest thing they'll ever get. What consequences? I follow the rules handed from above, as do we all. There is no other option. I just make sure to enjoy every slash and stab. Take pride in a successful exit. For that is what we are born to do. Yes, we Deathbringers. Sooner or later, what's the difference if the result is the same? An end to their futile existence, to their deceitful ways. Humans are pretense and artifice, forever causing misery to each other. My way would bring less pain for all. Ciao, little hatchling. Lessons learned, off you go.
Hey there, stranger. Hope you're feline fine this evening. I don't think I've seen you here before. Let me guess. You're in the... human. I mean, the dark circles, the vibe like you haven't slept for 1,000 years. It is. At least for me. For you see, I'm also in the human department. Thanks, I guess. So, I figure you've been here a while by now. How do you feel about the work we do? Hang on. How do you know how humans are doing in their realm? Don't tell me you're actually using that Cocker app to keep track of what's happening. I haven't opened it in years. I can see you're very wise. I mean, what could our choices possibly affect that would be at all interesting? The instructions are the same every day anyway. Kill all door-to-door salespeople. And what do I see in the app? The door-to-door salespeople died. Great! So very engaging. And that's followed by the stories of downright horrible things happening everywhere. No thanks. Congratulations? Do they, though? Do they really? Or is it an illusion? Huh! I've seen the boss, like, once. Not gonna happen. I bet it's all part of fate's grandiose plan. The equilibrium. And who am I? I just do what fate tells me to. The decisions are not mine to make. Have you ever heard the inspiring story of Scullifus? I'm guessing you haven't, since it happened way back when we still used rubber stamps instead of markers. Okay, so Scullifus spent all day, every day, stamping profiles to live or die. They got a grandiose case of carpal tunnel from all that stamping, but still they kept on going. Every day they'd receive a heap of new profiles, which were basically the same as the ones they'd stamped the day before. Almost as if powering through the carpal tunnel wasn't making any difference. Almost as if it wasn't worth it. Sound familiar? In any case, they kept going. Kept on stamping. Because they had to. Because when you give up, the cosmos, that meaningless entropy, it will. And I'm never gonna let that happen. Even if it means doing the exact same thing. Day in, day out. I'm glad, stranger. May this story fill you with determination whenever you need it. Besides, as long as the coins keep coming, can we really complain? You mean, what? Ignore my instructions? Won't that get me, like, instantly? I could start what the heck? Time for some of these salespeople to live at last. They seem harmless enough. You're a real special individual. You know, I'm off to sow some chaos. I hope.
Why? Are you still wearing the same attire from before? Oh, gross. It's been. Oh, Grimmy. This lack of transformation, no, it does not suit you. I've got just the thing to help you out. Something I've been holding for a special occasion. A cool visage to make your day. Check it out later. Crisis averted. Say, how's the grind been treating you since our last chat? Doesn't that make you suspicious? All of it lumbering onward, unceasing, unfeeling, a deadly machine grinding lives to dust? Pretty spooky if you ask me. What if the choices made were incorrect? Like there's a tinge of arbitrary design in the darkness? Heckin' scary. One ought to heed instincts in collaboration with reason. Sounds twice as powerful to me, yeah? But what do I know? I'm just the barkeep. So, that one? Heck. What can I say that you won't glean on your own? They try to act all suave on the surface, but truth be told, they're a proper jerk. At least when it comes to the job. Can't say I trust their judgment too much. Nothing to it. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't often disparage patrons of the den. We have here a shared experience. Here's to hoping they won't cause some sort of a major blunder. What else you got in mind? Sure, what's your poison? If you value your sanity, you don't ever want to learn the ingredients of this cocktail. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Haha, it is a weekend, after all. And the free time. But what to be honest, I cannot. Now, I must go support myself. Toodles, Grim.
Knock, knock. Good. I'm sure everything will turn out. You'll see. So don't worry. I'll give you one chance to change your mind. events people throw when nothing bad happens? Yeah, but even if you may have found the path through the maze, Grand Reaper, be glad.
Doubloons will get ye anything, matey.
Grim. Such a... Yes, you... So, off you go.
Yo ho ho! What can old Mortimer provide ye with today?
Grim? Adequate. Now. Right. I see the whatever. Go away, Grim.
Mighty, 'tis an utmost pleasure to see you again.
Grim, I have been thinking of humanity. You wish for a daily performance review instead of a thought? Go right ahead. I will not be holding you back.
If I ever return to the seas, I'd have ye on me crew anytime.
Grim, I seem to be expecting something. Normal. Oh, bother. I must be getting tired. Yeah, So, I guess that is it. Good night.
How many times have we met? I lost all count.
I must. So, how was your day? Grand. Apology. Good night.
Ever wonder if there's a way to do things differently?
I did everything right. Grim. No, you could not have. Oh, do not. I must get to the bottom of this. We have no time for chatter, Grim. Leave.
Time's running out, friend. What ho, mighty! At last we meet here. The friend. Seems ye have done excellent work this time round. This world, unlike many others, is feeling no pain, no charred ground, no fear and despair. Aye, a labyrinth deftly traversed. I commend ye for the accomplishment. Ye have brought humanity as close to the ideal as one can get. We gaze upon the gates of Utopia, unbarred. Can they be held open? Hope's the errand of fools. But, ain't we all fools in the end? When the hammer falls, rejoice in your success, mighty. 3 cheers, friend. Hurrah! 'Twas a great pleasure to have your attention. Time to head back to me emporium. Commerce awaits.
Hey! Heck, has it already been a month? Feels like you just got here a couple hours ago. I heard from the rumor mill. You've been doing excellent work. The world is more or less stable. Humanity lives and prospers and all that. Gotta say, the reputation of the office is well deserved. You keep your nose to the grindstone and bring in the good results. We've got a cause for celebration! Cheers to your first successful month. A month of grind behind that desk. May it be followed by another one, and a month after that, and a month, and another month after that, and until infinity. Never stop. Excellent, right? Sure. What's your poison? Guaranteed to keep you energized until the last ever star in the universe blinks out of existence. Sure, what's your poison? A beer then? I've got a golden Corvette. It's a lager. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Another. Grim, my loyal subject. What use is any of this? A great. Perhaps there is no fighting the. I am resigned to be here forevermore. Tomorrow is the monthly review, where your hope. Have a good final rest, Grim.
Aye, the end is nigh. It's been quite a run, hasn't it?
How did it go so wrong? I had it all worked out. I had a plan, Grim. I cannot believe it. Yes, I thought it would be fairly obvious. Eventually, at least. The great dying is by my design. It is true. Great. You know. Of course. And you worked against me. Now, here I stand, alone in the bright lights of my shadow. Grim, that is not how this whole structure operates. I cannot just relinquish the position to a mere spawn. You are not constructed for this purpose. I do not know. Maybe what you say is correct. I lost my way. In humankind, almost paid the ultimate price. Who can say with certainty you are not a better fit for this office? The evidence is all here, in the documents of the past 4 weeks. Yes, I will set up the transition process. Grim, enjoy your final hours as a drone. Soon you will sit in my stead. I will withdraw. Accept my own fate. And we will not be meeting again.
Fellow traveler, that was fun, wasn't it? The choices, the excitement. Admittedly, ye did pretty good. The world's mostly busy and bustling, ripe for some pirate adventures. But I can offer a new cycle. A turn of the hourglass, and ye shall be set upon a path in a fresh timeline. A parallel world, so to speak. There ye will again find every friend and enemy, hope and error. Knowledge and loot will remain, of course. Otherwise, 'tis the eternal recurrence of all things.
Finally, what I am fate. I am the keeper, another ironic one. Welcome to your new job. I know what you are thinking. As it is your first, delightful. Remember, if you 1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper. Oh, the new death spawn. Well, Grim, you cannot let everybody live. All our choices have serious consequences. That is what I am for. Trust me, what is there to protest? If you refuse, the choices will only get harder from now on. You are to mark the... Afterwards, you fax the files back to me. I have great hopes for you. Do not disappoint me. What in the... This is... Do your job. Now get out. Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel? Good. Now, enough. I am thus forced to terminate your... You realize this means terminate. It saddens me to have wasted precious resources.